Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist Podcast. Here I'm with one of our interns. His name is Junior Germain. How you doing, Junior?
Doing great, Donald. Good to be with you.
And we are coming to you. We're trying something new. As you can see, I typically record by myself, but we're testing out something and we want to record with our guest, Mr. Junior Germain, here with me. And I hope you enjoyed this episode today. It's going to be a little bit different and I'm excited for it. So get ready for some fun stuff. Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist Podcast here on TSC TV on YouTube. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, we have the one and only Mr. Junior Germain, who's going to be joining us today. Junior, go ahead. You kind of introduce yourself a little bit in a teaser, but tell the listeners out there, who exactly are you? Tell us.
Awesome. How's it going, guys? My name is Junior Germain. So I'm the intern here at the Sales Evangelist. I work with a lot of the social media things, a lot of the PR stuff, marketing, and it's really cool. I knew coming from school up at BYU, Idaho, that I wanted to do an internship, but then I also knew that I wanted to do sales afterwards, and so it kind of was a match made in heaven. You know, I came to do a marketing internship with the Sales Evangelist, and so I get to do a lot of social stuff, but also get to kind of peek in and listen into some of those sales tips that you give every so often.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you, and Junior just brings a whole bunch of excitement, energy to the team. And if you all are watching and you haven't done so already, go ahead and connect with me on TikTok and also connect with me on Instagram, Donald C. Kelly, as well as LinkedIn, Donald C. Kelly, and we'll have some of that information down below. So we're going to do a shorter episode today, but Junior is, at the end of the summer, he's going into an internship, a sales position, and he's doing door-to-door security sales, and I actually did that. So you're going into doing pest control sales, right?
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. So in that, Junior had some questions that he wanted to get answered. So here I am answering those questions. I'll take a few of them, and hopefully this can help you too, even though they're not necessarily, may not be for a B2B sense. The point is the principles still apply across the board. So hit me with your best shot. Fire
awesome.
away.
Sweet. Well, Donald, I have 0% sales experience. So I'm coming to this rookie, newbie, all of the above. I've been approached a couple times, to do this, and I've always been a little reluctant. Some of the things, I think, right off the bat, one of the things that I think I struggle with is probably just trying to find that just kind of overcoming the overwhelming mental fatigue that might come with sales, the no's over and over again, and just kind of, not getting overwhelmed by that. What are some tips you have for me there?
So when it comes towards not getting overwhelmed by the no's, I just like to look at it a couple ways. I look at it as a part of the game. Like it's natural for it to happen. But one of my sales trainers used to tell me this concept that it was that you need to look at yourself as the sales professional. When a person is rejecting or saying no, especially on a door-to-door, it's not the fact that they're rejecting Junior. It's the fact that somebody just showed up at my door and I'm getting ready to go watch Netflix, or I'm on a phone call and they showed up at my door, totally unexpected, and it's a little bit more intrusive than typical sales scenario. So then, therefore, they're like, okay, I didn't wake up in the morning thinking about getting pest control, so I don't have an appointment to get pest control. So this is not something that I'm looking forward to right now. I got something else that's more important. That more important thing maybe is that Netflix show, or perhaps it is making a phone call for work, or perhaps it's getting dinner ready. So they have that. So when they see you, they see a sales professional, so they're rejecting the role, they're not rejecting the person. And that helps me as I'm going about doing my day, especially if I'm making calls or sending emails and I get some no's. It's like they're not rejecting Donald. They don't know who I am. They don't know my grandma. They don't know anything about my life history. The only thing that they're doing right now is rejecting the person interrupting their day. If you can make that separation to say I'm in a sales capacity, that's what they're rejecting, you'll be fine, because you can go back in like a day or two, a week or a month later, and you go back to that same house and they probably didn't remember that they rejected you at that point. Yeah. It's just now, okay, well, maybe it's a better time at this point, and you can have that conversation. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it did. No, I like that. I guess that's the challenge, right? It's just separating, not taking it personal. Yeah. Understanding they're rejecting that clipboard, they're rejecting that, that name tag, whatever, but they're not rejecting me personally. And so, yeah, I mean, it'll take a while to get used to, but I like that. I think that, that I'll be able to get that curve down. Cool. Well, what you said kind of led me to something else, so I am interrupting their day, and I guess my question to you is, how do I not come off as somebody who is an annoying salesperson trying to interrupt them, which is kind of tricky because that kind of is who I am, right? I'm trying to interrupt them. I might be annoying, but how do I come off, whether it's, what I do physically or verbally, what I might say, so that I'm not coming off as this annoying person trying to do something that's only in it for me, but, that I'm trying to provide value for them and just kind of sound more genuine.
Well, the first thing, you said annoying 3 times, and it's not annoying. Like, if you're coming to help somebody, that's not an annoyance at all. So I want that part out of your vocabulary. Like, it's not there. And that goes back to the second point that I want to make with that, is that it's something of worth to people. No matter what you sell, whether it's pest control or you sell complex software to enterprise organizations, or you sell, you sell window washing services to companies, what you need to realize is that you have something of worth, and somebody may not necessarily know about that, and it's your job to help them to recognize that. A lot of them are kept, quote unquote, from the truth because they don't know where to find it, right? They're kept from the solution, from the best window washing service, because they don't know where to find it. They're kept from the opportunity to get somebody that can help them with their lawn because they don't know where to find it. And our job is to help bring about that message. When I did door-to-door security sales, it was like, we had a Nintendo 64 back in the days when I was in middle school, and PlayStation, and somebody broke into our house and stole all of that. And I remember coming home that day, and my mom didn't buy any new systems for us ever again. And it was kind of like, I was just like devastated, and I was upset. So when I did door-to-door security sales now, I recognized, and I was a little bit older, and I'm like, holy moly, I'm glad we weren't home. What if we were home, my little brother and I, and that happened? Yeah. Home invasion, like, think about what challenge, what kind of difficulty could have happened, or, God forbid, something really bad happened during that scenario. Or, but now I had my own conviction behind security systems, so I thought it was advantageous to at least let people know about a great option that's out there so that they can know about it. And my job is to be the emissary. Your job is not necessarily to convince people. Your job is to help people convince themselves to make that decision. Okay. I brought the message. It's whether you're ready for it right now or not. And you may not be ready, and I just have to go find somebody else that's ready to get that change in their life. You know what I mean? I
like that a lot, right? It's kind of taking the focus a little away from me.
Exactly.
Not just, here's what I can do, here's what I can do, here's what I can do, but here's what can be solved for you. Yeah. Right? Making that person the focus. I like that.
I had a sales manager, a sales trainer, and one of the things he always emphasizes that sales is not, you don't go into sales to get your needs met. Yeah. It's not like, well, I want to make sure that people like me, or I want to make sure that, I'm going into this for people to feel good with everybody. That's not the point. It's for me to bring about my message, to solve problems. And it's a tough gig, I'm not going to lie. Yeah. This is why salespeople get compensated so well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. So I got one more question. Is that okay?
Sure, one more.
Sweet. I guess this is kind of the golden question, right? I guess the point of sales, right? That ultimate goal for anybody is turning no's into yeses, right? And so I'm sure if there's one answer, we'd all be doing it. There'd be no need for training. But what are some tips you have for me, as an experienced salesperson, for someone who has zero experience? What can I do to help hopefully turn some no's into yeses?
To turn no's into yeses, the easiest way to do that is to recognize that everybody has their own, they're going to choose in the end, right? Okay. But the biggest piece is, I like to ask questions. Sometimes people will not understand, and your job is to help them to understand so they can make that decision. So let's say somebody tells me that they're not interested. One of the things that I like to do is give them the menu option, because I'm trying to figure out what are you not interested in. If I come across and say, well, Junior, what is it that you're not interested in? It sounds like confrontational. Okay, right? Yeah, it does. But if I say, Junior, hey, is it okay if I ask you one question before I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Most people, whenever I've done this for the past 7 years, and I've helped a lot of people with security systems, most of the times when somebody tells me they're not interested, usually it's because they don't know enough information to make a decision right now. They're busy doing something else and they don't have enough time to talk to me, or they already have a system in place that they're happy with and not looking to change. Is it any of those by chance?
I don't know if it's those three. I'm not sure if I really need this or want this.
Okay. Is there anything else besides not showing if you don't need it or want it right now?
I think that's definitely the concern right now.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit more about that. What is it about it that you feel that you don't need? Do you have like a bulldozer, like a Doberman in the back, or a sawed-off shotgun or something like that?
We're just not seeing bugs yet.
No, so we're talking about, it's not security, we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. So, but let's say the pest control, we're not seeing bugs. Okay. So then therefore it will go back to the point that Junior doesn't necessarily understand why, because of he is not seeing the bugs right now. So I might throw a stat. It's like, Junior, if I was to point out to you that 77% of bugs usually you don't see them, but you actually see the repercussion of their stuff. If I was to point that out to you and show you how you can help prevent that from happening, and maybe even point out to the fact that you probably have some right now. If you notice in your grass there, you see that yellow spot, that's actually done by this type of bug. And then what will happen over the next several weeks or months, you start seeing the patch start to develop. You see the neighbor grass over there? They have those little dandelions. That's, but the point is, now I'm educating you on stuff you may not necessarily know. It's an unconsidered need.
Yeah.
And that way you're like, holy crap, now you just turn a no into a yes because I probably go down the path. If I can take a few more minutes and just show you an example of how we can fix that, would you be at least open to hearing?
Yeah, I would be.
So then I might take you out to the yard and show you with a little sampling, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm taking that, because most salespeople, when they first say no, they'll automatically jump and say, and we have the best service, we can give you a discount and all of that stuff. And that's not the point. Figure out what it is, tap that in the bud, no pun intended, when it comes to pest control, and be able to get the yard, get them on the right track. Does that make sense?
Cool. Yeah, I think that's gold. Yeah, I love that point. I guess I just kind of have to become an expert in that craft. I didn't learn about bugs in school enough to know how to prevent them, how to control them. And so I think it's just, understanding that stuff so I can educate them to hopefully getting to that yes. So I love that. I'm going to take that into consideration for sure.
Awesome. Well, it's going to help you tremendously. And if folks want to get in touch with you, Junior, go ahead and look in the camera and tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on LinkedIn, Junior Germain. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm all over the place.
Awesome. So, and if you want to go ahead and connect with him, you can find him there as well. And also let him know he's doing a lot of our stuff on LinkedIn and TikTok and Instagram, and also some of our social posts. So interact with him there and interact with me as well. But I appreciate you all. As always, I want you to go ahead and connect with our sponsors. They give me with some great offers. I want you to thrive. I want you to find more of those ideal customers. I want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. I want you to close more deals. But most importantly, I want you to go out each and every single day and do big things. Thanks so much for watching.
Have a good one.
Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video today. If you enjoyed the content, I ask you to go ahead and hit that like button, that thumbs up at the bottom right-hand corner. Also, to make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. This way we'll keep you up to date with all the latest sales strategies, latest tools, and things that are going to help you to not only find more prospects, but to close more deals. Thanks so much.